Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Jono here and welcome to another 5-Minute Friday. Now in this tutorial we're going to be talking about how I record my screen and how I make tutorials like this, because I've had a ton of people ask me how to do it. So in this tutorial I'm going to reveal to you exactly how I do it. Okay. Once again, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, there's a link down below which says subscribe. Click on there, and then next to there's a little bell icon. Click on that bell icon so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. Now, reason why is because I won't always email you these free tutorials. This is something that I'm starting to do organically on my YouTube channel. So if you want to make sure that you never miss out on another free tutorial, go and do what I just said. Go and subscribe. Hit the bell button, and Bob's your uncle. So go and do that right now before you forget. And okay, so let's get into this tutorial. So how do I create these tutorial videos? How do I get it where I'm talking to the camera and then you're seeing my screen, and then I'm talking to the camera again, then you're seeing my screen? Well, it's actually pretty simple. There's one software that I use to record my screen, which is called OBS Studio. So if you go over to Google and you just type in OBS Studio, you can see this is going to come up, Open Broadcaster Software. This is a free software, okay? You don't have to pay for this at all. You just click on download. It's going to take you to the downloader page. You can use it on Windows, Mac or Linux. It's a very easy software to use. Now this is the same software that I use to stream videos directly to YouTube as well when I'm doing my review videos. So it's a great software to use. Once you downloaded it and installed it, it's going to look something like this. Okay. Now, there's a couple of things that you need to do. First of all, under sources, you need to click on the plus button. Okay, and you're going to add display capture. Now, let me just show you what this one is. I've renamed it to browser main. So when I click on here and I go to the settings, it's going to show that I'm going to choose this as my display. Now what that does is it captures my browser. Anything that I'm doing on my computer, it will capture. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to do. The second thing you need to do is add a plus button again, and you're going to add your audio input capture. Now again, I already have this one here, and if I go to the settings, you can see that I'm using my microphone that I have set up. Okay, so this is capturing my audio via this microphone. So I'm just going to cancel out of that. Now another couple of things that I do here is I add my webcam. So you can see this, my webcam is actually closed at the moment. It's hidden from view. But when I'm doing my review videos, as you can see, my webcam shows up here. Now to add this webcam, you're just going to click on the plus button again. You're going to go to video capture device. Okay, and you're going to go and you're going to click on OK, and then that is going to bring up your device here. You have a list of devices to use. I've just chosen my webcam and it's added it straight into there. So you just click on OK, it's going to add it. Okay, there's other things that you can add in, like images and stuff, like if I want to, I have this image on my review videos and stuff like that. This is just a simple JPEG image that I've made, and then you can just add it in there. Again, if you click on the plus button, you can add image, and then you just go and choose, you go and browse for that image, and then it'll add it in there. Simple to use. Now, you can either stream using this, or you can record. Now, I'm recording at the moment, so I'm not going to hit the stop button. But if you want to stream, you need to set up streaming inside of your settings. So you click on settings, click on stream. You can go and add your stream key from YouTube. Now you can get this by going inside of YouTube, going to live streaming, and at the bottom of that page you can find your stream key. So all you need to do is just go and copy that. You go back into OBS and you would paste that in there, and then you can link up your OBS with your YouTube channel. So if you wanted to do a review video, stream it live to YouTube, or you wanted to do some kind of live event or whatever, you can go and do that, and it's very easy to use. You just hit start streaming. Now, how do I make these videos? How do I make these videos where I have my camera and then you see my screen as well? Well, what I do is I have my camera set up right there on a tripod, okay? And then I use OBS, okay? I go and choose my folder and I start them recording at the same time. So the camera is constantly recording my face and OBS is constantly recording my screen. Now, once I have finished doing a tutorial, I have the whole thing recorded on my camera right there, and I have the whole screen recording recorded via OBS. I would go to that particular folder, which I believe is here under tutorials. Okay, so I have my screen record here, and then I have this data from my camera that I've imported in. Right, the next software that I use is one that's called Premiere Pro. Okay, now this is a proper professional video editing software. It's quite expensive. I think it cost me around $600 a year from Adobe. Now, you can pretty much use any video editing software out there. It doesn't have to be Adobe Premiere because I know this is expensive, but this is something that I use to create my vlogs, my videos. You know, I'm into that kind of stuff anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. I need it. But there are other options out there, video editing softwares that you can use that are pretty cheap. Now all I will do is just create a new project, okay, and then I will open up the folder where I have my screen record and my videos of my face in there. So I'll just go and import. I'll go and import all of these things here. I'm going to drag it in. Okay, and once this is loaded up, I'm going to go and drag. I'm going to go and drag all my videos into the timeline. Okay, and then after that, I will grab the screen record, which is this one here, and I will go and match them up. Okay, so the first thing that I need to do is sync up the screen recorded audio with the camera audio. Okay, it's very important, otherwise it's going to be all over the place. Now, I can see here from the waveform that it's not actually synced up yet. So if I just unview the screen record, I can move this to the place where I start speaking. So I think, let's have a look here, see if this is matched up.
Okay.
It's not, right. You heard there was a bit of an echo going on there. Let's see what this is like.
Okay. Okay.
Right. I need to bring it forward a bit.
Okay.
Bring it forward a bit. I think this is where they need to match up.
Okay.
You can see that is pretty much on point. Let me just zoom in a bit more and get these waveforms precisely matched up. I think that should do it.
Okay. Any excuse to get me outside making a video?
You can hear that you can hear the two different audios. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlink the video with the audio from my camera. I'm going to delete the audio from my camera because that's not the best audio. The best audio is the one that's going through OBS, which is this one here. So I'm going to delete this one from my camera. Okay, and I'm going to move this one up. And then I'm going to find where I start speaking.
Okay.
There. I'm just going to move the cursor just before I start speaking. And then I'm going to drag this. So this is going to be the start of the video, and I'm just going to drag this all the way to the start. So when the video kicks off, it's going to be like this.
Okay. Any excuse to get me outside making a video? I will.
Okay. Now, next thing that I need to do is I need to go through the whole video and find the sections where I'm actually talking about something on my screen, and I need to show that screen share. Okay, so let me just go through here, and I can usually see when my eyes start to look at the screen, that's when I'm talking about something on my screen. So let me just see what I'm talking about here.
Well, today is the correct way to build out your funnel because
Okay, let me move forward a bit. and see where I start actually talking about the screen.
Of what's called double opt-in. Now, you can switch off double opt email. So to do that, go over here to this drop.
You see, I just said go over here to this drop down. That means that I'm talking about something on my screen, and my viewers need to see my screen to be able to understand what I'm doing. So I'll move it just before when I say that. Okay, I will uncheck this this toggle thing so I can see my screen. Okay, I will grab the razor button and chop it, and I'll get rid of everything just before then. So when I roll it back, it's going to look like this.
Alright, that already exists, okay. Okay, I'm just going to put a 1 on the end. Jono demo list 1. So we've created our list here. Next thing we need to do is create our email. So to do that, go over here.
So, okay, just going to pull that across. Because I said to do that, you need to go over here, and then I want the screen to show. Okay, so
is create our email. So to do that, go over here to this drop-down menu, click on email marketing.
There you see. So that's basically what I do, and then I will go through, and if I will minimize, I will toggle so I don't see the screen, and I will go through and I will look at the places where I start to look at the camera, because that's where I want to switch out. I want to switch that out to the camera view. Okay, so let me just scroll through. Okay, this is all going to be screen share stuff because I'm looking at the screen, but every now and then I might look up at the camera. There, okay, so
to a place where they can download that free guide. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so the next part, this is where,
see, I looked at the camera there, so I'm just going to move the cursor just before I looked at the camera. I'm going to grab that razor tool again, I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to go forward a bit to where I start looking at the screen again.
Details on promoting a product, which is something to do.
So just there when I start looking at the screen again, I'll razor tool it again, and I will just delete that bit from there. So if we go back, we can see that I've put a gap in the screen record bit, which means that when there's a gap there, it's going to go back to the video where I'm looking at the camera. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. So
to a place where they can download that free guide. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so the next part, this is where I go into details on promoting a product, which is something to do with the free guide that I've given away, right?
You see there, so it switched from screen share to camera back to screen share. So that's basically how I do it. I have to go through the whole video and then pay attention to where I'm looking at the camera or not, and then I will just cut those bits out. And like I said, you can do this with any kind of video editing software. It doesn't have to be Premiere Pro. But that's basically how I do it. Once again, thank you very much for watching this tutorial. I hope you got some value from this. Don't forget to subscribe down below and hit that bell icon. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. That's fine. And I'll see you in the next 5 Minute Friday tutorial video. Take care.